of my TikToks that blew up was me saying that I'm a 20-year-old virgin.
Bro.
So it's like she knew, like,
Shit,
and that was another thing too. Like, I'm like, oh,
Bro, I can't do Tinder. You're on Tinder every single fucking time, bro.
Nah, I quit that. I quit that too, for real.
You exposing my
I quit that after I started realizing that, like, I
Cap.
gotta.
Oh, so you quit for real?
Yeah, I quit Tinder a while back.
He's
Okay.
on Bumble now.
Oh, he's on Chispa, guys. I mean, welcome back, guys. This is After the Rodeo. I'm here with the boys, and we got a special guest today. What's your name, man?
Jordan Green.
Jordan Green.
Yeah.
They want to know already how many followers, how many subscribers you got. Let them know.
I just hit 67,000 on YouTube.
Nice.
Congrats,
Some
bro.
milestone.
Thank you.
I heard the first 1K is the hardest to get. Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Congrats on that. Do you
you.
think that was the goal by the time that you're here right now?
I would say the goal was to hit 100,000 by
Okay.
May, but even like having what I have now
Yeah.
is still way beyond what I ever expected.
I mean,
Damn.
you gotta think about it this way. The pandemic hopefully it's ending soon, but like you survived and you thrived.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Congrats on that.
Thank
What kind of content do you do right now?
Self-improvement. I also do like spiritual content, spoken word. It's
Okay.
anything that can make people's lives better.
What made
That's
you
the goal.
choose that?
That's just what resonates with me the most. Because for me, my channel is like a look into my internal dialogue more than anything.
A diary, you would say?
Yeah, in
Hmm.
a sense, yeah.
Dang. That's deep, man.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
I've been doing YouTube since April 2019,
Oh shit.
but I didn't go like full time until last year. Maybe like
Damn, full time
March.
already? Damn,
Yeah.
that's dope, bro.
Thank you.
Shit.
I think going full time is what pretty much sets you from the other YouTubers. Like, it's what brings you from like that 60, 70K to past that 100K milestone. I think that's what I've heard from a lot of interviews too.
I feel like full time though, it's more of a mindset because I was full time before I started making money on YouTube. So it's like even though you make money, nothing really changes because I'm still making content every day.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
So yeah, that's
Okay, so you're telling me that you're doing full time.
Yeah.
At what point did you say I want to do full time?
March of last year.
March of last year. But
March
what
2020.
did you say? You know what? I see the potential. I know I got it. You bet it on yourself. What was it?
Just a gut feeling. I was working at a job that it wasn't a terrible job. You know, it was decent. I was working at H&M. For those of you who don't know, it's a clothing store.
Mhm.
But I was working at H&M, and I maybe had 600 subscribers on YouTube at the time. And something was just telling me to quit the job, and I just did. It took me a while to build up the courage to do
Damn,
it.
bro. 600 and you just said fuck
600
it.
subscribers, bro. I
Holy
quit.
shit.
That's crazy. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I thought you went full time. Like, you have maybe like 10,
30K.
30K,
No,
10K.
man.
It's like 10K.
No,
That's
that's what I'm
wild.
saying. Like, it's a
Holy
mindset.
shit.
Like, I had the
Yep.
same mindset that I have now back then. So it's like the
Dang.
numbers and stuff is just kind of, you know, it's still the same thing.
Mhm.
So I realized that in order to become a full-time YouTuber, I have to become a full-time YouTuber.
Yeah.
And then everything else will follow after that.
Fuck
And it
it.
worked out for me, you know.
I think I'm ready to quit now, boys. Let's go. Nah, sorry.
That's crazy, man. You manifested it.
Definitely did.
Dang. So it really is a diary about yourself. I mean, we're not the same people we were, you said 2019. I'm definitely not the same person I am today. I mean, I was back in 2019.
Yeah, for sure.
We
You
changed. I mean, I think everybody pandemic changed us in a big way.
Yeah,
like,
too.
you see your real
Yeah.
self. Like, what do you do with yourself when you have so much time? When you're not socially and we're like,
Yeah.
well, actually, to be honest, for us was different because I don't think we ever took the pandemic serious. Like,
For
we're
real.
always
Bro, we
wilding
traveled the
out.
most
I
fucking
think we
during
went
the
to
pandemic.
Cali. We went to field trips during the pandemic. We didn't really care, but either way, like, there's moments where like we didn't go out at all for like a good month or 2 months, and you like truly try to learn more about yourself because you don't really have that time, to be honest, when you're just out with friends, because it's just like it's just living in the moment pretty much. So
I
I
wouldn't.
don't know if that's what happened to you.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I like to say, like they say that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the
Oh,
most
yeah.
time with. So if you spend the most time with yourself, you'll really start to find yourself. And that's, you know, what I used the pandemic for. It was just to do a lot of introspection and self-exploration. And it paid off in the
Yeah.
best way possible.
So, what's one of your best videos out there right now?
Best in terms of like my personal favorites or most viewed video?
Both.
Viewed, yeah, viewed, and then the other one.
My most viewed video right now is a workout video.
Okay.
It's a workout video. I don't know how many views it has right now. I
Mhm.
think it's 500K, something like that.
Okay.
Oh shit.
In YouTube.
Yeah, on
Okay.
YouTube. I also have a TikTok too. I don't post on there anymore,
Mm-hmm.
but I had maybe 2 videos do like over 1 million on there.
Okay.
Oh wow.
But yeah, TikTok's just a different breed.
Right.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah,
favorite videos are the spoken word videos.
Mm.
Just like poetry with like, an instrumental, a visual. That's like my art. And I don't really make those videos for the views or like the money. It's just like,
You enjoy
Self
it.
yeah,
fulfillment.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
got you.
dope.
I feel like a lot of the workout videos when were like big during the
Shit.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Everybody, I know myself. I was looking at like our home workouts and stuff. 'Cause
Hell no, it
I
wasn't.
nah, bro. I mean, I let go after a little bit, but like during the pandemic,
It would
man, I
make
was
sense.
fit, bro. I was fit.
You was just looking at the girls, bro.
Nah.
Wow.
I was like, man, I'm gonna come out of pandemic good, ready to go ripped. Fuck.
So, who would you describe as your clientele?
Just anybody who wants to become better.
Female or male?
Doesn't matter.
So-
Most my demographics are mostly male on
Mhm.
YouTube,
Mhm.
especially. On TikTok, it was mostly female.
Mm.
Oh,
So it was kind of like
okay.
weird trying to like balance that.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, it's mostly men.
Well, were you putting the same content on TikTok or? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was mostly the same content, just self-improvement stuff. But it's just like, to be as like blunt as possible, your looks will get you a lot further on TikTok than they will on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
People
So
like
what?
That's true.
like
You was
people will
you was butt
literally
naked in there?
no, like just good lighting, man. Like people will literally follow you
Yeah.
just based on the fact that you look good on
Hey,
TikTok.
them first
Either
3
you
seconds.
look good or you're funny. Either one will get you.
Exactly.
I
Either
feel
one
like that's
will
what separates social media from YouTube, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, you could say that for Instagram as well. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Yep.
either a super rich person showing the Lambo, showing the big house, or girl showing their body. But then in YouTube, like they try to do YouTube and it's like they don't
It's a different
succeed.
breed. Like
Yeah.
YouTube, you have to make good content. There's no way
You
around
have
that.
to make good
And it's
content.
like, when people follow you based on your looks or like the material things, that's microwave success. Like it's not going to last very long
Mhm.
because there's always going to be somebody out there who looks better than you. There's going to
Mhm.
be somebody with more money or who's willing to spend more money just to put on a
Yeah.
front. With
That's
YouTube, it's just
facts.
about the substance. And that's why a lot of people, anybody can do YouTube if they
Yeah.
really set their mind to it. But, it takes a different type of mindset.
Mhm. It also takes you becoming unique to
Yeah.
who you are. It becomes you looking yourself in the mirror and saying that those are my mistakes, those are my flaws, but this is what I'm good at too, and exceeding on what you're good at. I don't know if you guys do this ever, but I say it every day. There's someone out there better than me, good looking, or richer than me, vice versa, smarter than me, but they ain't like me.
Yeah.
They don't do things the way I do things.
No, that's facts.
You gotta realize that you're supposed to be who you're supposed to be. Just do the things you want them to be done, how you want them to be done, and just keep it going.
Yeah. And that just goes back to the the pandemic. Like some people took that time to really find themselves
Yeah.
and they changed their lives during that period or they set themselves up for success for years to come.
Yeah.
And some people, they just kind of like used it to, BS. But like even, pandemic or not, anybody can take some time to just focus on themselves. And
Man.
especially in this day and age,
Mhm.
that really stands out because
Yeah.
social media has a lot of people messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. There's a bunch of girls out there, lost in TikTok. I mean, there's some real girls out there that realize that, like, yo, that she doesn't look that way in real life or things like that. Those are the real girls out there that keep it real. But at the end of the day, now we live in an age where, like, okay, reality is hitting us. Instagram just released a new update where, like, they removed the likes tab to a shopping tab. They're on their way to removing the like button. They're on their way to becoming the next
Yeah, it's
Amazon.
crazy. I didn't even notice that till like earlier, where it was like, it's just a shopping thing and everything
Mhm.
is like clicking on what a famous person is wearing. I'm like, damn, they're
Mhm.
marketing everything now.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's just so hard.
they're gonna be the next Amazon.
I
But
saw a
for-
video that you posted briefly about how you quit social media. I don't know if you still have social media or not. But
No, I'm off social media.
You're off social
Oh,
media
yeah,
completely.
Yeah, I'm off social media.
How's it been? I mean, how long have you been off social media?
The last one that I deleted was TikTok. And that
Mm.
was in March, I think.
March
Yeah, March.
of this
But-
year, right?
Yeah. But as far as like Instagram and all of that, I was on Instagram for a while, just like when my YouTube started doing better because I wanted to interact with people like on
Yeah.
a personal basis. But at a certain point, I started to get diminishing returns. So I had to get off there too. That was probably around October of last year. And ever since I got off social media, things have just been going a lot better for me.
I think to be honest, I mean, I don't know how you YouTube grew, but like, did you grow through like YouTube in general, or was it like social media that brought people to subscribe to you YouTube channel?
So it started off like, when you have 0 subscribers, your options are very limited. So
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
for
was
reals,
the
for
one,
sure.
every time I posted a video, hey, go watch my new video, like
Yeah.
posting it, with all the emojis and everything, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat,
Everywhere.
everywhere, everywhere. I used to go on Omegle and ask people to subscribe to me. Like
Yeah.
I was just thirsty for
Hungry, I would
subscribers.
say, not thirsty, hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think at a certain point you cross that threshold. And
That's
like
true.
I don't know. I was definitely, I had the vision, but I think I could have went about it in a better way.
I mean, you gotta realize that you alienate yourself at times
Yeah.
whenever you do things. As much as you want people to support you, whenever you want people to have you on your back, they don't want to click on you. No
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
And it could be the people that like that you even grew up with or things like that. And
Exactly.
turns out that you alienate yourself, and then you just got to keep it going. You got to find out who you really want to talk to, who you really want someone to hear you out. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like demographic wise, you really want to know who you're talking to because that's your bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a big part of the reason why my YouTube grew the way that it did once I got off social media is because I was promoting it to people who didn't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
it's like one thing that I always say is that the YouTube algorithm is the best promotion you can get because
Yeah.
it's showing your
sure.
content to people that actually care
That
about
fall
it.
in
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, your watch time's going to be up, click through rate, all the analytics are going to follow just because the people are actually invested in your content.
Yeah.
And from there, you can blow up very quickly. But a lot of people are hustling backwards by trying to promote all of their videos on social media.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, man. The algorithm from YouTube, if you're consistent, if you're, if you're very like in one linear path, not all over the place, it's gonna get you places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's
feel
for
like
sure.
sometimes they even like I don't know if you've experienced this, but like sometimes I feel like they kind of make you a little stagnant to try to like switch it up on you. So you got to really be aware of like the algorithm because I guess it just gets the creative flows flowing because if you're just doing the same thing, sooner or later it's just like let's push somebody else. But then I don't know. Have you experienced like kind of a stagnant with your channel?
Definitely. And
Yeah.
one thing that I've learned, I love when stuff like that happens to me
Yeah,
because it forces me to like
does.
grow and it really like shows what I'm made of.
Mm,
So, if I'm going through a period of slow growth,
yeah,
one thing that I always try to do
Yeah.
to put things into perspective is think about when I first started. Because for me, slow growth is like if I were to get like 1,000 subscribers this month, that'd be slow growth.
Mhm.
But there was a point in time when that would have changed my life.
Yeah.
Get 1,000 in 1 month. So just seeing the bigger picture and remembering, how you got this far and all of the obstacles that you've overcome, that'll get you anywhere.
dope.
So, what's your goal for this upcoming month, July?
I don't have any more goals. At
No
this
more?
point, it's just I see goals as limitations. So I'm
Mm.
just kind of like letting go and just allowing the abundance to flow my way.
So you're thinking long term without really planning it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a. Oof, I don't think you can really say that in one sentence, but that's what you're doing.
That's what it's all about. That's
It's
what's got me
working.
this far.
It's been
Yeah,
working.
It's been working shit. But yeah, man, I
No.
mean, it's been crazy. I mean, like now that you're a famous YouTuber though, are you gonna get in a boxing fight, bro?
For real.
And
Who you want to call out?
So who you gonna call out right now?
who you trying to call
who do I
out?
wanna
It's been
call
wild,
out?
and now to be honest, like this boxing world now with like all celebrities
it, though.
boxing.
I-
Yeah, it's fun, because it's fighting.
Yeah.
It's fighting at the end of the day. And who doesn't want to see a fight of like the
Two
most
people
random
they
people
know.
that they know is so popular?
I
Like,
mean, outside of it's fun. It's all cool. Even fucking Mayweather was like, you know what? He's a great kid. Like to me, that was disrespectful.
what
The
do you
way
mean
that-
disrespectful?
No, the way that he was talking about Jake Paul at the end of the fight, he was all like, you know what? He's a great kid. He hit harder than I thought. I'm like, that's where I mean. Like he's doing things. He's doing exactly what needs to be done. They need to really start taking the YouTube's community serious because at the end of the day, how many people is DirecTV losing every single day subscribers? We're talking about people with money. Those motherfuckers are dying. Most of them died already because of the pandemic. No offense, but
I think even a small
the
channel
future.
would make more views than what like an actual like in TV makes.
Hey man, that's the future. That's what I mean. So whatever Jake Paul is doing, I mean, no offense, it might be little games and shit sometimes, but that we gotta get the YouTube community together and build up this. I don't know, man. Just in general, we need to push YouTube a little bit more into like the mainstream. It'd be official, because you have a whole job.
Yeah.
What do people think whenever you let them know I'm a full time YouTuber?
I think it just depends on who I'm telling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because,
That's what I
like, with
mean.
the older generations,
Mhm.
they might not, they don't really understand that. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't compute in their head. They're like, oh,
What?
you can do this full time.
Yeah.
It even, it took my parents a long time to really understand what I was doing
Mm.
until I started making money off of it.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, all of the doubts and concerns disappeared.
I feel like that's the one thing that parents is like once they see the money flowing or something, then they'll be like, okay, never mind, it's something serious.
Which is natural because like you don't want your son to like struggle and stuff like that. So it's concerning first as a parent.
The amount of money that you can make off of videos online, it's so stupid,
It's ridiculous.
dude, and it's so fast, and it's like it adds up.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
whole
You
snowball effect.
definitely make more money.
So
than
which
me.
celebrity would you fight with, bro? If you had to
if you
pick,
had to call
if it
out,
was like a money maker thing, and you're like, man, this is gonna get me money and subscribers, who would you fight?
one of my favorite YouTubers is Steezy Kane, and I think we're like kind of the same weight class.
Oh,
in
he
this
said-
Steezy
show.
King?
I've been
Steezy
bodying
King.
him before.
Steezy
Steezy
King.
King.
That's Steezy King.
I've never heard of him.
No, he's a great content creator. Great
Dope.
content creator.
So, do you look up to other YouTubers?
Good question.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But like I look up to them in a different way than most people. Because
Mm.
like I'll analyze people, but I don't focus so much on their content. I
Mhm.
focus more on like their personality
Mhm.
traits. So I try to like extract the common denominators between all of the successful YouTubers and, implement that into my character.
Okay. So you see the best of other people, and then you try to suck it in. That's crazy. So I don't know if my friends realize this, but I'm a great sponge. I unfortunately I am. I'm not saying that I'm a person who's gonna copy what you're doing or vice versa, who's going to like follow your footsteps to an extent. But if I see something that I enjoy, and if I see something that I would like to be a part of, and like I want to like have that in me, perfect. Before I met these motherfuckers, bro, the drinking of me, none. My first,
So you're
My-
blaming alcoholic you on us,
bro, no, I'm not an alcoholic. I enjoy drinking, but point is that bro,
Before-
hell yeah, you're the one
And that's
that
what you call it.
you're the one that introduced me to Shiner. What's my last name? Shiner. I'm telling you, like these are things that like you've got to realize. You got to be okay with being a sponge,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
then when you start to realize that you're a sponge, you then start to realize that okay, I'm not about to absorb that negativity, or I'm not about to absorb that specific aspect of you or whatever. Then you start to realize that what, I can actually control my future.
It's crazy
Exactly.
because now that you're talking about yourself and how you change yourself, the way you change though, like the way you were at, like when before you met us, it's like a whole different wave. But when you met us, it was like a different type of mentality. You were like
Yeah.
we kind of fell on the same mentality where it's like we gotta do something about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how it's exactly what you meant. Like
So
You're
like
right.
this group right here, this gang, till I die, bro. It's for real. Do you see yourself like with a group of people like that?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that group is like kind of changing as I go along,
Right.
but the core of it stays the same.
yeah,
for the most part.
that's what I thought the
Yeah.
same. Because like people come and go all the time through us, but
Mhm.
I think us three we pretty much stayed the same ever since we met. To be honest, because like even high school friends, I mean, we didn't really know each other through high school. I think
Mhm.
we met each other after high school.
After
right
high
after
school,
we
yeah.
graduated. So it's like that's when you really meet the people, when you go kind of through the hard stuff. It's
That
like
is true.
through real life moments that you don't really go through high school. I think you go through them after that, because then you have to pretty much find life and then have a friendship with them at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's like it's way different.
Have you talked to any of your high school, friends or people that you grew up with?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, most of my friends, like my
Mhm.
closest friends, I've had since like elementary or middle school.
Nice.
Shoot, yeah.
But,
I wish
as-
I had that, man.
Yeah, as far as like other people though, like that I went to high school with, I really don't. And I made like a conscious effort not to. And it's not like any slight to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that I feel like that's a chapter of my life that I'm trying to move on from.
Mm.
And I'm just a whole different person now.
I agree, and that's where a lot of people get confused. They try to stay in their hometown, or
Yeah.
well, not really, but that's what ends up happening. You stay in your hometown. You stay surrounded with the same people that you went to high school with, but those high school relationships that you built weren't meant to last. They were supposed to, close the chapter and go meet that, YouTuber that you didn't go to high school with.
I think as a person, you always know when it's time to move on. It's just either your choice. at the
Oh
end of
yeah,
the day.
you get that feeling. You're like,
Yeah, you always get
"Man."
that feeling.
Bro, I hate my high school. Like bro, you will not see me hanging out with a motherfucker that went to high school with, except for my childhood friends. That's the only motherfuckers that you will see me.
Well, to be honest with him, what he was saying is like, I wish I had that. It's because I moved a lot too. So like, I never really stayed steady in one middle school or elementary school where it's like I couldn't build that friendship. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's always move and go. So it was like, that's why, to be honest, whenever I met you, I was like, it was the first time we actually hanged out with y'all for more than a year or two. And then we built that
Yeah,
relationship.
but you, Alex, I feel like you know everybody. And
Nah.
for
Hey,
real,
man.
From
everywhere we
CFB?
go.
From CFB?
Hey man, you gotta make connections out here. You know,
Definitely.
there's a difference between associates and friends. So you gotta
Yeah,
make sure you separate
sure,
that as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But you gotta also make good connections because you never know who could help you to get you to that situation that you want to get to.
I think for me, a general rule of thumb is I surround myself with people that have a growth mindset.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if people are like stuck in their old ways, one
Mhm.
really good indicator for me that I've noticed
Mhm.
is if the only conversation that you can have with somebody is about the past or like
Mhm.
reminiscing about the past,
Oh.
it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
That's actually a good point of view. Yeah. Has anybody hit you up like now that you're like self fulfillment or like a growth that you've helped out already through your YouTube channel and stuff like?
Like in
Is it-
terms of like supporters or like
Yeah,
people that I
supporters.
know.
Like I mean, at least subscribers that like have hit you up about like you've helped them out with what you're sharing and stuff.
Every video. And I mean,
Damn. How does that feel? Like,
it's fulfilling. That's
Oh,
just
wow.
the best word I have for it. Fulfilling. That's the whole essence of it. Because it's like, it's nice to make money and it's nice to have like freedom and stuff.
doing what
But
you,
all of that, like the novelty of that kind of wears off.
Oh.
But the impact that you make on people, that lives forever.
Yeah, I feel like you'll always remember the impact you make on people. That's like the big one. That's
Yeah.
why I was like, that's why I wanted to ask you that. Because to be honest, it's like money. It's not really, and we've known. I mean, I've seen this. It's like it's not really what really buys you happiness. I mean, everybody says that, but to be honest, that self fulfillment, helping other people out, even though like I'm not doing it through a channel, but it's like even you do it as in a daily stuff. It's like something that like, really like gives you joy. It's like that.
When you go to a bar, do you ever say you're a YouTuber?
I don't go to bars.
Oh, well, whenever
Yeah,
you
he
go
doesn't drink.
socialize.
Usually it'll come up
Mhm.
because they'll ask me if I'm in school. Because
Mhm.
since I look young.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they'll ask me if I'm in school and I'll say no, like I'm not in school. They
Mhm.
say, oh, do you work? Like, yeah, I work. Where do you work? I work for myself. Like I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do? I do YouTube. So it always like
Mm.
gets to that point, but I
Yeah.
don't just go around like, hey, I'm a
Mhm.
YouTuber. Like
Mhm.
subscribe to me.
Yeah.
No.
And that's where I was trying to get to. That's where you really want to be careful with letting other people know what you're doing. I mean, I'm a big fan of ignorance is bliss. These fools know. But point is that
Yeah.
like if you go about your day just doing what you're supposed to do.
I feel like
It's
you also
different.
get a natural subscriber there where it's like
Mm-hmm.
He's not
they're
pushing,
actually
forcing.
interested. Yeah, they're not forcing it. They're actually interested in what you do, and they're like, oh, wait, let me go check it out, and then they end up subscribing to you and end up saying,
Do you see yourself acting the same way that you did whenever you betted on yourself and said, I'm gonna do this full time?
In terms of what?
Like personality wise? Do you see yourself like being the same person that you were personality wise, not growth wise, but in general the same person?
I think so. I think I'm just a much more confident version of
And what improved that confidence?
just overcoming obstacles.
What are the toughest obstacles you would say you've gone through that really got you to be the man that you are today?
I would say dropping out of school. That was
Oh,
like
wow.
the first thing for
Ooh.
me.
That's
it
a
was
big
kinda,
one.
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing as like when I quit my job. That was another one.
Yeah.
Just not really having any direction and
Mhm.
following my gut feeling and just having faith. That was like the big thing for me, learning to have faith. But as I overcame adversity on my journey, like with those two things, and then as having girl troubles, things like that,
Mhm.
that'll really shape you to a new person if you allow it to.
yeah, that's
Dope,
crazy.
dope.
Did you drop out of college or
Yeah.
okay, got you. What were you studying for?
And I switched my major like 6 times.
That's
I
how
only
I,
went for one
to
semester.
be honest, now age, like I mean, maybe that's how it's always been, but like a lot of people, a lot of friends that I talk to that are still in school, they switch their majors so much that it's like they got to start another class or something like that. Where it's like you got to figure yourself out, but at the same time, you're wasting so much money in school. Like it's
But
like
if you think about it, like, bro, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. 18 years old, you got to decide what you're gonna do for the rest of your
life,
freaking
bro.
life, bro.
It doesn't make any
It
sense.
does
at
not
all.
make any sense. Like, you know, in Europe, they have that thing where they explore the world. They find themselves for like 2-3 years, sometimes even a little longer. And then they go back to school and then they kind of have an idea of what they want to do because they've lived life a little bit. But at 18 years old, making that decision, bro, it's kind of crazy to think about.
Doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, most people are having to pull out loans
Yeah.
just to do that. And then, most people, they come out with a degree that they don't even use in the long run.
I have a lot of friends like that.
Yeah.
They have
so it's
degrees
like,
they're not
They have
even.
an art major that they're never gonna use. I feel like that's the main one they always put in like memes and stuff. Like, hey, get your art major out of here, and you're making like, I never went to school and I'm making way more than you and stuff. It's like,
My girlfriend, she's double majoring.
Wait, she is?
Yeah, she is.
oh shit! But like, is she
She-
gonna be actually like art teacher or something?
Well,
like
I'll put it this way: she's getting a major in psychology, and she's getting a major also in mass. Let me take it back. And she gonna hate me for this. Media arts. There you go. Media
I thought you were
arts.
about to say, put it this way. I'm gonna be paying all the bills.
Nah.
Well, at least she has the psychology one. That's not too bad.
psychology's, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
so,
major. Though.
I
You know?
mean, there's a lot of ways that schools help their students get a job that they literally paid thousands of dollars for, which I mean, thankfully, but there's some other schools that don't. They say bye.
Take
you know,
your
good
money
luck.
I mean, there are some people,
For
to be honest,
profit.
I mean, it's a not a 50-50, but at least there are some people that really do know what they want to do in life. And like,
Yeah.
To
they
me,
even as little, they've known like what they want to do.
but here's the thing though. No offense to her, but she said it this way. I mean, you know how to edit, and I'm barely about to learn how to edit in my, fourth year. They wait until like your third or fourth year for them to really teach you the game. And that's very sus.
yeah. it
That's
is.
usually how it goes. Like usually the first 2 years, everybody takes
It's
their
just the
basics.
finesse of money of college.
And then the
Yeah.
other 2 years is whenever you actually learn what you got.
Bro, how many times did we take algebra, bro? Bro, for real. Like I took that in middle school, elementary school, now in college. Hold up. I
That's
get
crazy.
it.
And I don't even use it.
I know, right? For real. So I mean, and then you get to the conversation about trade schools and things like that. Those are still
Yeah.
fraud too.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh yeah,
trade
my
schools.
cousin dropped like 26K, and he did
Yeah.
a trade school for soldiering. Bro, he ain't even doing that.
Oh,
now.
okay, yeah,
Like
yeah. That's what you're talking about, like
electricians
electrician and all that.
plumbers and all these.
So at the end of the day, just bet on what you're good at. I mean, you don't have to be, a doctor for you to be making bread. In today's age, you don't have to do it that way. Back in the day, you did because there was no fucking YouTube, there was no fucking TikTok, there was no fucking, internet in general.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an interesting future for us. I mean,
Talking about that, that's coming up in we're changing the subject. Are y'all ready for the Olympics and stuff?
oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Are you a big Olympics fan, or you watch it all?
My girl is, but I don't really
Your girl
keep
is?
up with it that much.
Oh, you got a girl?
Yeah.
I will talk about that.
I mean, but the Olympics, man. To be honest, and I was just talking about Alex. We're like, we should talk about this in the podcast. So, do you think like now that cancel culture? Because there was no really cancel culture back when the Olympics. Because remember, this pretty much 5 years from the past Olympics. Because during the pandemic got
Yeah.
canceled. I was like, do you think cancel culture is gonna change anything in the Olympics? Because there's gonna be some sports that there's gonna be some controversy with them and stuff.
I mean, didn't New Zealand, don't they have like a trans girl?
nah, I
that
didn't even know
qualified?
about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that. Like, this was Olympic guy before. I think I don't know if she or I don't know if he qualified whenever he was a guy, but then he transitioned to a girl, and now she qualified and is gonna represent New Zealand in the girls weightlifting.
That's
So I feel like that's pretty wild to think about. Like,
I mean, like, to be honest, I don't mind it.
imagine
but-
boxing, Olympic boxing.
But
like,
I feel
goddamn,
like
bro.
there should be their own
Category.
category.
Yeah.
I feel like once they're on their own category, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no
That
problems
is
with
true.
that. Like,
Yeah.
but the problem is because like it's technically a guy becoming a girl, but it, like
Yeah.
genetically it's different, So it's like if they have their own lane, then I wouldn't mind watching it. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching it at all. But it's
That's
just
pretty
like,
interesting too.
But it just makes it unfair, for the
So
for the
every
girls.
single female competitor has to take a test of testosterone, and if it's
Too
past
much.
the threshold, they can't compete. So I
Bro,
mean, there's
the way
already,
that actually happens on the
yeah, that's already in place right now. So at the end of the day, there's already a system in place to prevent cheating. Because at the end of the day, they'll drug test you left and right.
Yeah.
Every inch of you will get drug tested. So I wouldn't really be worried about those type of things just yet. I think we're still at the early stages of transgender being accepted. Still, I would say maybe 100 years more. I'm not even kidding. Like,
Nah, 100 years. That's a
oh
lot,
yeah,
bro.
bro. The
I feel like we're
Olympics,
progressing really fast to be
mm,
100 years.
but societies and in general, the whole world ain't.
The U.S. progresses usually way more
Way
than
faster than
everybody else.
everybody else. I mean,
Yeah,
but then again, the Olympics is different than
Yeah, the
it's
Olympics are
worldwide,
different.
bro.
worldwide. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the internet, man. That's really what's gonna change the game. I don't know what we're gonna be in 2 years from now. Maybe 10 years from now, yeah. But in 2 years, sheesh. It's a
I know
tough
with
battle.
social media, with the Olympics, it's gonna be a lot of memes, but I mean, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be good.
Damn, bro. You know what's crazy? I was actually listening to Eminem today. You know Eminem, right? Bro, but here's the thing. That's the thing. We shouldn't know Eminem. Bro, when were his albums being released? Back in like 2004?
2000s.
Bro,
2000.
I was rocking that with my
90.
iPod, the touch iPod that I had back in the day. Bro, I was rocking that Not Afraid, 25 to Live,
Not afraid.
the cleaning out
Lil
my
Allen-
closet.
Lil Allen was inspired going to elementary.
Yeah,
We're not
bro.
afraid.
With the cleaning out my closet, fuck you, mama. I never meant to hurt you, bro. Like we weren't supposed to be listening to those things, but we did thanks to the internet.
But I mean, even Eminem was getting canceled because they started figuring out everything he was saying and stuff.
Oh, in
Oh, yeah.
modern day, it's a little different. I'm talking about the fact that the internet, whenever it was still in its youth, who did it reach first? Us as kids. We were
Yeah.
7, 8 years old still. That wasn't supposed to happen, but it did.
What do you think of cancel culture now? Sorry to interrupt.
I mean, I try to stay away from social media, and that's one of the reasons why.
Mhm.
I think people have a tendency to blow things out of proportion a lot
Yep.
of the time, but I think cancel culture is kind of irrelevant just
Mhm.
because people's memory spans are so short nowadays.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
like you can be canceled, but in a year from now, people won't remember.
Yeah,
There'll be
yeah.
like a select few,
Yep.
but
Yeah,
I
that's what
agree.
I've said. Like everybody, I was telling them, I was like, the people that are supposed to get canceled, are they really canceled? Because at the end of the day, you still see them everywhere on
2
social
weeks later,
media.
they cancel somebody else, and you're just like,
It's,
all right, next
it's on to the
person.
next one. It's just, I
Exactly.
feel like it's just all cancel culture is just the people that will need clicks to click on their whatever their storyline is, or like they need to advertise something. Like that's it. Like that's all cancel culture is, to be honest.
Do you ever see yourself having an audience of not necessarily children, but like the youth a little bit more?
no.
No.
I think my content is a little too deep for
Mhm.
certain people to grasp.
Mhm.
I would say like 15, 16 is probably like the cutoff age for most
Mhm.
people. There will be some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, my demographics are like probably 15 to 25.
That sounds good to me.
I think you
XM.
grow too your demographic as you'll get older, and I've heard this of YouTubers too. That is like you get older, the demographic gets older. I mean, I feel like the same people follow you for years, so it just changes. I mean,
Especially with his content, like it's more like his life. So the lessons that he learns, the things that he goes through, people will relate to it because they're growing as he's growing as well. So
Yeah.
it would make sense.
I have I don't know why I'm gonna say this, but I really want to get into the market of the youth. Bro, it's crazy. The money there. Who got the most time in the world? The youth.
Oh,
They got
yeah.
nothing
go
but time.
go apply at Disney.
Bro, they don't
and-
even work, bro. They got nothing but time. So like they can get that mama's credit card real quick, bro. And they're the best salesmen. So I really want to break into that youth market. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I mean, look what TikTok did. Who did they market first, or who got into TikTok first? My little brother,
Kiddos.
our
Yeah.
little kids, And nowadays, I'm now into TikTok. Now I finally jumped the train, but like that's what I mean. The trends are always gonna be with the youth. So follow the youth, you'll follow the money.
Yep, that's true.
That's
So-
definitely true. I think the only thing about that though, and maybe it's because, social media and everything is still so new,
Mhm.
but a lot of times
Yeah.
when people do that, they have trouble maintaining that audience.
Mhm.
Like people begin to outgrow their content. And then it becomes a matter of staying in touch with the new wave so that you don't get left behind. And you
Yeah.
have to really be on your P's and Q's
Oh
with
yeah.
that.
And that's so true because whenever I was younger, Facebook was the shit, bro. Like we were like everybody and their mama was on Facebook. And now like you talk to like younger generation, like Alan said, TikTok is for them. and they think about Facebook like, oh, my aunt, my grandma's on it. Like that shit's for old people type shit. So like he said, you gotta really know your demographic and really know what is trending because it fucking.
It's crazy because I went back to Facebook the other day and I was like reading through my messages that I used to like DM girls.
Oh, for
I was like, bro, what was I doing? I was like, bro, this is just hilarious because there's like from when Instagram was created, like there's no like Facebook was completely cut off after Instagram was created. I don't know for y'all. Yeah. Like after Facebook was created, like I mean after Instagram was created, I think pretty much I stopped using Facebook.
I was
so like when I go back, it's not that hard. Like it's just literally going down. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Who had that MySpace in here?
I was slow on that MySpace game.
I had MySpace.
I had a MySpace.
Well, were you on MySpace, Eric? Because you're younger than us, right?
My older sister was.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was on there pretty.
I think whenever I started MySpace, it was kind of dying down already. So I'm 24.
It took me forever to actually get on Facebook. So I was super late with MySpace. By the time I was gonna get on it, I was like,
I don't like Facebook, bro. My grandma in there.
Exactly.
I'm not about to do a trend or anything in TikTok, but like TikTok's fun though. I enjoy
Not
it.
TikTok, yeah. That's addicting than a motherfucker, honestly.
For real.
Yeah.
So going back to you, man, you got a girlfriend, bro. So how does that feel to be a YouTuber and with a girlfriend and with money?
Oh yeah, what does
and
she
with
think?
the-
What
and
does she
with-
think about you?
You say you don't have goals, but at the end of the day, that is the goal for you to not have goals and follow through with whatever happens.
It feels really good. She's actually my first girlfriend. We
Really?
started dating earlier this year. Yeah.
Well, that's
But
wild.
yeah, but for
Was
me,
she a subscriber? Nah,
well,
I'm kidding.
that's actually how she found me off TikTok.
What?
Yeah, I popped up on her For You page. She DM'd me. But
Damn.
She got the bag.
Nah, you got to test her, bro. Now,
it's crazy though. That's one thing. Like,
Yeah.
part of me really
Yeah.
wanted to focus on my career and just stay away from relationships.
I agree.
But at the same time, it's like once I get to those levels and I get to that space where people start to know me like that, it's gonna be hard to find somebody who's
Genuine.
really, it's always gonna be in the back of my mind of like, oh, she like me for me or
Or just the clout.
Ignorance is bliss. I'm telling
Exactly.
you.
It
Oh
is,
my
but
gosh.
you can only hide it for so long
Uh-huh.
because people, they could put the dots together.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, this person has 500K.
Yeah,
He's making money.
I agree.
And then even though I'm not the flashiest person, but of course I
Bro,
am,
you clean. What
I
you
am-
mean,
I
bro?
appreciate that. But I am a little bit materialistic,
Okay.
and so as I make more money, I want to reward myself with certain things.
How much your shirt cost?
Probably about $10.
You're not
From
materialistic.
H&M. Not
But to
yet,
be honest,
anyways.
clothes wise, like you can't really like money wise. It's like nowadays, it's like you can buy a $10 T-shirt and it still looks good on you.
That is
Yeah.
true.
To
That is
me,
true.
man, the biggest and most, what I will show you to, really say like, you know what, this is who I am. I'm so proud of this. It's my relationship. No offense, but like that's your backbone. You can't be a real man without actually having, a whole family.
I mean, after you got a girlfriend, bro, you pretty much disappeared on us. We can't even text you.
You-
We can't even find you anywhere. We're like, where's Alan?
I'm in
We
Austin.
don't know, bro.
I'm in Austin. I'm sorry. No, point is that like, I mean, that's the fun part though. That's the fun part. Just exploring the world, exploring your capabilities together with someone else. I feel like you already know deep down who you're supposed to be,
Mhm.
but like whenever someone else sees that, I'm like, wow, kind of crazy.
I think it is nice to have somebody to kind of share this process with
Mhm.
and like grow with.
Yeah.
And that was like a very big thing for me because, like I said, I didn't want somebody who only wants me for what I have.
You're
I
so
wanted somebody who wants me for who I am.
yeah, you're so passionate about where you're going to the point where like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to be alone whenever I make it type of stuff. I really want to have someone with me now. Like it has to happen now. Or else I'm gonna feel worried about it later on.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Eh.
something, that'll mess up the dynamic of the
Oh, that shit fucked
relationship.
me up. I realized that too. I'm not making it like right now or shit like that, but I know that right now. So that's why I cuffed a girl.
Yeah. And that's obviously I have my little like
I mean,
tests
I
with
don't
her.
care. Gold
Yeah.
diggers come my way, bro.
I mean, you can have as
I
many.
I'm just saying, I
Bro,
can tell the difference, so I don't really.
I
Well,
get
mean,
it.
maybe you always can, to be honest. Like at the end of the day, you always know the girls
The
that
amount
are
of
like,
amount of girls this motherfucker has fucked, bro. I could like,
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's a virgin, bro.
yeah, this ain't going in the cup.
when do you think you're gonna settle, bro?
Hey,
Ah,
we'll figure it out, bro.
we'll
Well,
figure
for
it out.
guys, it's a little different because we don't have that time clock on us like that.
True.
Like he could be 40 years old and get himself a 25, 28-year-old girl.
Nah, but I'm in the same way where I was like, I'm taking my time now. Like for real, so I'm taking my time. It's like I got to pick the right girl because I've started dating girls. It's like, and I go too fast with them, like in relationships.
Too
Why-
fast, boy.
Yeah, like I did. I move in. I've moved in with girls, and like I end up like pretty much it feels like a divorce every time I
Yeah.
got to move out because I got to leave everything.
I
and
mean, we've
stuff.
told him like it feels like he's lived like 4 lives already because of
4 divorces.
for real as well. But it's like, nah, this time I'm taking my time. I'm gonna see who really like. I really feel like I'm gonna be with them for a while.
Hey,
but like, not
He's
moving.
dated the different girls, but with the same name. So I mean, as long as you
Oh,
switch up the
chill.
name, bro. As long as you switch up the name, I feel like you're gonna be
spelled
good.
different.
Nah, for us, I did date like 2 girls with the same name back to back. It was like it's kind of weird.
That was
I was
that
like-
was trippy.
I said at least I won't fuck up the names, you know.
Dude, you want to know something crazy? I'm a huge believer in naming my daughter the same name as my wife. At that point, it would be wife. I
really?
feel like that's amazing. And
So
you
like
know,
a junior, like a girl
like a
junior.
fucking junior.
Wait, is she called a junior?
Yeah, my current girlfriend, and that's so fucking wild. I remember talking to my coworker
Junior.
before I even knew this girl that I would, whenever I have a kid and if it's a girl, that girl is gonna be named after the mama.
Mm.
You can ask her, my supervisor, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But point is that it's crazy, bro. And next thing you know, I start talking to this girl and like, well, we like each other and everything. But then later down the road, she says, "Oh yeah, I'm a junior." I'm like, "What? That's crazy."
Damn.
Damn, I didn't even know junior girls existed.
Me neither.
Bro,
What is
To-
it? Is it called a junior, or what would you? Do they have a specific name, or
not just the same name.
just the same name?
I mean, maybe the middle name is different, hopefully, but
Hopefully.
yeah, bro. But I get to the point where I would definitely do that with the girl, but not with the guy. I feel like the
Ooh.
guy.
You wouldn't name him Alan?
Hell no. That's me, bro. The fuck? I would name my kid Alan. Hell no. That's my name. So that's what I mean. I'm all like, the fact that I don't see that for my kid.
That's my name.
The fact that I don't want my kid to like, he's gonna look up to me, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you gotta do it the way I did it. Because I'm a
Mm.
huge believer on following through with yourself and with your own path, and you just gotta see the signs, and bam, you're gonna.
And
do
why
it
doesn't
right.
that fall with the girl, like as well? What if she's like, well, I want to do my own thing instead of my mom? What's
So
the
what you
difference
mean?
between that?
So you're asking me? Well, you're
like,
not
what if
okay
your
with
daughter's
that?
like, well, I wanted to be my own person, and you gave me my mom's name?
But the thing is that like with a daughter, they're
watch what you say. Don't get
they're
canceled.
yeah no you gotta be a little bit more careful with the daughter. No offense,
yeah.
no offense, because guys are gonna not necessarily treat them right away. Vice versa, they're there for the taking, no matter what in their point of life. They have an expiration period. So like you really got to be more careful with the daughter.
daughter.
So to me, like I'm gonna be taking my time with the daughter. I'm gonna be really being more careful with the daughter type of things.
You trust your son more to like do his own
Yeah,
thing
bro,
type shit.
bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
like bro, you got 2 guns and they're right here, bro. Go do what you need to do.
That's
5 years old. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Fight
yeah.
like-
gentrification. Nah, but to be honest, the only reason I wouldn't name my kid the same name as me is because I'm already named after my dad. So it's like,
Oh,
Oh,
for
you're
real?
a junior.
Oh, you
Yeah.
a junior, bro?
Wait, are you a junior or the third or what are you?
nah,
four?
junior.
Junior?
Yeah, junior.
Damn, bro.
But I'm like, I'm not gonna name my kid.
I feel bad for you, bro. I'm playing.
I feel like I have to follow my dad's step. I mean, honestly, you do really feel like it.
Yeah.
Not like I know it, like it haunts me and stuff, but consciously you're like, I'm the same name as my dad. Like I gotta
Yeah.
follow the same steps and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like,
I just feel like the daughter will follow through more with your legacy and like will carry on your name a little bit more further down than the guy. Because if you really allow more, freedom with a guy, bro, no offense. I think all sexes are equal, but take your time with your girls, whether it's your girlfriend or whether it's your daughter. really cherish them, treat them like a flower.
Yep, that's true. Because then they expect that from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it changes the mindset of guys. I kid you not, I used to be a piece of shit. But the moment I met
Nah,
this
bro.
one
You
girl,
don't say.
oh, but the moment I met this one girl that fucking said, you don't do things that way, bro. Like she would like really put me in that mindset where like, you know what, gotta put you on check.
Damn.
And why? Because maybe the dad raised her that way or like that. Maybe the
So
mom.
how was it like? How did it change you? Like, because you said this is your first girlfriend. It's
Yeah.
like,
Wait. So how did you know like this is somebody I want to take
yeah,
serious?
For
because it's
real.
like the first girlfriend is like older.
Honestly, everything just felt so easy. And that was like a first for me. Because the only dating experience I had previous to that was on Tinder, like dating apps. And I don't know if you guys mess with dating apps or not,
Yeah.
but it's
You did.
very
This
yeah.
motherfucker.
A little too
Like-
quick right there.
Yeah, man, like things can be very, very complicated for no reason on
Yep.
there. So just, having a more organic, mature interaction with my girlfriend, it was like,
Oh.
okay, this is like we're both interested in each other. There's no like games being played or anything like that. Just two people who like each other spending time together.
Mhm.
So it's like, why not take that next step?
Well, I could see that not how you see it not with the first thing being Tinder, because it's like so hard on Tinder DMing girls and then like keeping a conversation with them, because it's like you don't really see the true intentions of a person through text. So it's like you have to end up meeting them, and if they're not the right person, you just pretty much wasted your time. So it's like I mean I don't know how you met your girlfriend, but like why she DM'd you, but like I don't know how fast you met while she DM'd you, but like after she started DMing you, but like it's like it's always the natural conversations that you have with them in person that like really makes you seem like all right, I can have a good time with her, like not in a, like a physical like a sexual way, but like in a just like I guess a how do you say it, like a conversational way or
Just in general, like
Yeah.
enjoying each other's presence. So how long have you been with her?
January 14th.
14 this year?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Mine was February the 26th.
Dope.
Whenever I met this girl, bro, she knows literally she knows about CMI. She knows CMI is where we met. And like her uncle, I mean her cousin worked for CMI, so she knew already about the place where I met my closest friends. That was easy. And then there was
Yeah,
these other examples of things like she knows which is your girlfriend. They went to the same high school. That was easy. We didn't go to the same high school though. How the hell did we, there's a lot of examples of a lot of things just falling into place. And
That's
making it
crazy to think about,
super
though.
easy. And that's what I mean with I don't know, maybe you have some example, some different definition of easy, but I agree with that where like if it flows and it connects, ooh.
Yeah.
Bro, and then if the sex is good too, oof,
Yeah.
because we're guys, I
don't
gotta
know
bust
about
that
bro.
nut.
I'm a virgin.
Shut your, bro. I'm on
That
there.
wop.
I'm on Tinder,
That
bro.
wop.
The WAP.
Bro, I can't do Tinder. You're on Tinder every single fucking time, bro.
Nah, I quit that. I quit that too, bro.
You exposing my
I quit that after I started realizing that like I
Cap.
got.
Oh, so you quit for?
Yeah, I quit Tinder a while back.
He's
Okay.
on Bumble now.
Wait, what is Bumble?
Oh, he's on Chispa, guys. I mean, girls.
He's a cheese spot.
Chispa. Oh yeah, I seen that. It's like Hispanics.
Yeah.
I feel like now they made all like a bunch of apps, dating apps, where like now it's like genders. I mean, not genders.
For a specific type.
For a specific
Christian
type,
mingle
yeah,
and
Christian
shit.
mingle. I mean, they've always had that, but like,
You on
shit.
all of them?
bro.
Are you on
Yeah.
all of them? Or?
Hey, have y'all checked out the Apple Maps of this area, this like office building that we're in? Just check it out. But you'll see that there's our neighbors are like AsianDating.com. Yeah.
What you mean? A company beside us?
Yeah, somewhere around here, bro.
Asian dating? What the hell? What?
Asian
That's wild. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I wonder who it
that's
is.
Trippy.
We
I
should
don't
see him
know,
like, what's
bro.
up, neighbor?
I know, right? Hey, you know exactly who it is.
Oh wait, we've seen them pass by.
Oh shit. That's
Nah,
trippy.
anyways, moving on, bro. Moving on. So that's pretty cool. So this is fairly new, right? January the 14th, you said.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. You took your time, I bet, with her, right?
I would say kind of. Because
Okay.
we both kind of move fast,
Mhm.
but I was very sure to take my time with her and just even though we both knew each other's intentions,
Mhm.
I just wanted to let things progress organically,
Mhm.
naturally, and not
I
force
agree.
anything. Because like you said, when everything's flowing and it's just falling into place the way that it's supposed to, that's when it'll work out the best.
I agree. Yeah. Damn, congrats on that, man.
Thank you.
Has your content changed at all having a girl compared to how it was before?
Yeah, it opened
Oh.
up a different, just like a whole different avenue,
Yeah.
like more relationship advice. I've like had her on a lot of my live streams as well.
It gives a whole different perspective of, you
Yeah.
know, the topics or subjects that you talk about.
Yeah,
That is crazy to think about. Cause like, bro, being a single guy, it's cool and all, but like a relationship, it really does open your eyes to other things. You're just like, damn, I would have not thought of that way, or like, oh, okay, so this is the girl's perspective of what I'm thinking about. So I feel like that's cool to add that to your content as well.
Does she tell you what not to do?
what do you mean?
Does she ever tell you don't do this?
Don't
No.
post that or
No, like certain things I will like. I want to be mindful of like
Mhm,
I don't want to
right.
put all of our business out there.
I agree.
But some things like I'll
Oh,
talk
yeah.
like she's actually the one that I lost my virginity to. So
Dun, dun,
of
dun.
course like I wanted to make videos about that.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like,
Damn.
open up that different avenue of,
Yeah.
helping people out in that aspect.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah,
When did you tell her that you were a virgin?
she knew. She knew because what
But when
Like-
did you tell her though? Like you matter?
Wait, she knew through your social media and all
yeah,
that?
because
Oh,
one of my
okay.
TikToks that blew up was me saying that I'm a 20-year-old virgin.
Oh,
So it's
Oh,
like she knew like
Shit,
and that was another thing too.
She's-
Like I'm like, oh, this girl really accepts me. Like she doesn't care about any of that. It was like,
Damn,
okay,
that's dope.
this is,
Do you think? Do you think? I mean, seen it. I mean, the TikTok went viral. Do you think that attracts girls? I mean, I've never really thought about this to be honest, but like, do you think that attracts?
absolutely, bro.
it does? Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely
Absolutely.
does.
Yeah.
I think some people would argue that it doesn't.
I just started thinking of something.
24-year-old virgin.
No, like
Oh,
some
no.
people, you would think it doesn't. For some people, it doesn't. But for some people, it gives them a sense of intrigue.
Mm.
That's true.
Because sex, if I'm being honest, it's not that hard to come by these days with things like
Mhm.
social media and dating apps. It's like if you
Yeah.
really set your intention on having sex, you can do it.
Hey, bro. So whenever you were on Tinder, did you say I'm a 20-year-old virgin?
I don't think so. I
Dang,
don't
you should
think
have
so.
done that, bro. You
No.
should. You would have gotten so much pussy,
No, it's
bro.
crazy. I used to have like a series on my channel back in the day of like me being on Tinder.
Okay.
And so
Oh,
I would just be
shit.
on there kind of like talking shit for the most part.
Okay.
Just like
What?
spitting game,
Yeah.
pickup lines, things like that.
Okay.
Just for content.
Yeah.
Over time, it progressed to that point where I started to take some of these girls out. Like,
Ooh.
going out on
Oh,
dates and stuff
shit.
like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I realized that I can't do that anymore
Yeah.
because when they got me in real life, they realized this is not like, that's not the same person.
You know
like,
what's so crazy? That's whenever you start to really realize your potential. You're like, okay, I can really get a girlfriend anywhere I want, anytime I want. And that's whenever you really realize that you want to be careful with who you really want to cuff. And then
Exactly.
next thing you know, you check this girl out, whoever your new girl, your girlfriend currently. You were like, you know what? Check. You know, you had a list. She passed.
Exactly.
Hell
Like to
yeah.
me, it's just lost my train of thought. I feel like when it comes to like compatibility, like
Mhm.
creating a list,
Mhm.
I've learned to focus more on the connection
Mm-hmm.
than the compatibility factor.
Mhm.
Because I've been with other girls that I was more compatible with on paper than my girlfriend right now,
Mm-hmm.
but the connection just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can't force that.
Yeah,
It's either there or it's not.
I agree.
And I feel like that comes from being understood by that person.
Mhm.
That's like, to me, that's the foundation of a really solid relationship or friendship. Like, if that person understands you,
Yeah.
resonates with you.
Yeah.
And so, I learned to look for that before anything else.
The connection. That's what I mean too. This girl I'm dating knows about y'all because she knows about CMI. You know, it's crazy.
I don't
the
know this
connection.
girl at all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never met her, bro. I don't know. I don't think y'all would get along, bro. I don't think y'all would get
Damn.
along. For
Bro,
real,
I'm
bro.
pretty
Pretty open guy.
I'm a pretty chill guy. What do you mean?
Point is that like, damn.
Damn. You just was like, yeah, your
Yeah,
best friend, you're not
sure.
gonna get along with. Her.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing warnings out there. But damn,
Why
that's
is she
crazy.
mean or what?
Hell yeah, bro. Bro,
Bro,
she's the
I'm-
meanest girl out there. But she's
I'm like
such a
the
good
quietest
person.
whenever it comes to talking to.
Oh, but she's such
my
a good
friend's girl.
person. So like, she will call you out on your bullshit on the spot, hit you right between your eyes. You don't even know it. Anyways, point is that, yeah, man, the connection is weird because it's so surreal. So like, then you really want to like step back and you're like, look at her and like, wow, Like, damn. Point is that. Congrats.
That's wild though, bro. You lost your virginity until 21, 22, 21,
20. I was 20.
20.
Yeah.
Bro, I was just
What
watching.
like how I mean like nowadays, bro, like I mean, you're a pretty good looking dude, bro. So like what made you not like lose your
Oh, that's a
virginity at
good
such
question,
young
Bro,
age?
he don't want to be Catwoman.
Because I'm not.
Well-
I mean, I'm not like the best looking, but you know, like I was spending some game, you know.
He was
so,
knocking
like,
them down out here.
But I'm not saying it. But like everybody's like in high school, it's like everybody
Yeah.
loses
Just
their
ask
virginity.
yourself, do you want to be with the girl that was like out here slinging her pussy like nothing, or do you want to be with the virgin? Vice versa for the guy. Do you want a guy that was out here slinging dick, or do you want a virgin?
Yeah,
mean,
but
it-
like
it kinda
nowadays there's so
varies,
much
though.
pressure. Like there's so much pressure, like with your friends and stuff. Like you hang out with your friends, like, oh, are you still a virgin? Like it's like makes you kind of want to go do it. So that's why I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, did you have like did you ever have any peer pressure or like to do it?
No, I didn't have any peer pressure because most of my friends were still virgins too.
Oh shit!
okay.
So like none of us were getting any at all.
Bring your whole crew. We want to
No,
interview them.
none of us were getting any
Damn.
until after high school. In fact, some of them still are virgin. You know, which is like,
What?
and it's like
Come to get a YouTube channel, bro.
for real. Like, I mean, I never really
Really?
knew that culture existed until after high school. Like, you know,
Oh.
It's real. It's
Yeah.
real out there.
yeah, and it was like, damn, like, why are people so like invested into other people's sex lives like that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just started kind of putting myself out there because I know that some people do have that peer pressure, and I wanted to make them feel more comfortable in their own skin. That
Man,
I mean, I've read articles of how there's a lot. It's way more common for a guy to be a virgin than a girl, and it's because like, you brought up this point about how like
you gotta treat your girl.
no, like the this guy having sex. Does she want a guy that has sex a lot? This and that. And it's crazy to think about because it actually is different for guys and girls. For guys, we kind of want the virgin girl, this and that. But for girls, for some reason, I don't know what the hell, how they're wired, this and that. For some reason, this guy that's knocking the girls down after he leaves some other girl, they're kind of like, what's so special about him? And they go and fuck this dude.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's very common for guys, I would say, to be virgins compared to girls.
definitely.
What do you think over that? Like, is it just society or?
I think that as a general rule of thumb, that is true because I'm not sure if this is the right term, but social proofing,
Yeah.
like having that validation, like saying that like if he could pull her, there must be a reason why. So the girl, that curiosity builds up.
Yep.
But I feel like at the same time, for a guy like me, I attracted different types of girls than that. So I didn't
Damn.
attract like regular girls who are thinking in that way.
Yeah.
They were more intrigued by the fact that I was a virgin and the fact that like
Ah.
not trying to be like conceited or anything. But
That's
I
a
know I could
personality.
yeah, like I could have lost my virginity.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that's
if,
why I was like, man.
if I really wanted to. But it's like so now they're thinking, like, well, what's this guy's mindset? Like, why does he
Yeah.
think the way that he does?
Yeah.
Wow, we got no offense, you're not a virgin no more, hopefully, right?
No,
I'm
he
not.
already
No.
said it.
Okay, just making sure. We got a 20-year-old virgin, and then we got a 24-year-old.
Virgin.
Shut your
Virgin, bro. Put that on the we'll
Edit
make
that out.
Nah, we'll make that in the cut. That's gonna be the TikTok.
Damn, that's crazy. But for real,
Yeah.
it's out there, virgins. And you want to know something wild? Guess what movie I was watching today?
40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a
That's one
fucking
of my
classic.
favorite movies,
Not
bro.
The
playing.
waxing shit.
Yeah.
Ah, bitch.
Where he starts saying all the fucking. I forgot who's actor that was.
Bro,
you say?
there's the guy
Oh.
from The Office.
No. I'm talking about like he says some names in there that's like it went viral. It went famous. I forgot who he says.
I
Bro,
haven't
Kevin
finished-
Hart is in that whole
Yeah,
too.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart,
Kevin
Seth
Hart.
Rogen, bro, everybody in
Bro,
the
it's
mama in
crazy to
there.
think about.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh my
40-year-old virgin?
gosh,
40-year-old virgin.
40
You never
no,
seen it?
I haven't.
Ignorance is
It-
bliss. Ignorance is bliss, guys. You gotta watch that movie tonight,
it's funny,
man.
man.
It's literally you, bro.
About
But
to-
Oh no, bro.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Hold
Hold on. But 20-year-old virgin in today's world.
I might check it out though.
Dude,
Sounds like
It's a
funny
good movie. It's
Well,
funny.
are you a
Super-
fan of The
stupid
Office?
funny.
I haven't really watched it like that.
Oh,
Watch it
bro.
with your girlfriend. Watch it with your girlfriend.
It's a
Yeah,
funny
sure.
movie.
It's a funny movie, yo. It's a cool classic, I think.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
think.
Dude, like looking back on it, I was like, bro, I deadass didn't even think Kevin Hart was in that hole like that. And then looking back, it's like, bro, Kevin
looks
Hart was
so
in
young,
it.
bro.
Young, stupid young. I was like, bro, that's crazy. Cause like, have you guys ever checked out older movies and like you didn't pay attention at that moment that it was that actor?
Yeah,
That's how
because
it is
everybody
sometimes.
nowadays is so big that like back you don't really remember, but then you go back to those older
Like,
movies.
what the
it's
fuck
like,
are they doing there?
there's like
What?
so many famous people that are now so famous, and they're like
Yeah.
all like barely starting. And they're all so young. It's like it's
Pretty
badass
cool.
to go watching movies back.
Then we opened up a good conversation. Then, like, they made it, and so now they're like, are they gonna stop working now after the pandemic, or do you think like they're gonna be continuously releasing movies? We're talking about the actors that were back in the day nothing, and now there's something. Do you think that they're gonna, drop out and buy an RV like everybody and their mama doing right now and just explore the world, or do you think that they're really
I think
gonna?
their passion is making movies. Like you look at fucking Fast and Furious, bro. They've been making the same fucking movies all the time, same cast, and like people's passion and purpose is kind of like for
Never
them. Maybe
changes.
it's like entertainment, so it just comes natural.
I mean, some actors is like they're not gonna do YouTube because their way of what they love to do it's acting. It's like it's a whole different mindset.
But look at Riri, bro. She didn't get accepted into the
The
into the
club.
club,
To the
bro.
club.
They said no album, no entry.
Bro,
Nah,
that's
but that's
crazy.
just different. Yeah, that's just different though. Like that's just the guy being ignorant.
Ignorance
Like,
and bliss. Ignorance is bliss, bro.
Some people don't
You
really
think
know
he
who
did it
you
on
are.
purpose though?
Nah, I mean, like,
ASAP Rocky was right next to her.
yeah,
of
but
them.
that security guard looked like he was like
He's like European, though?
European,
So did you see what happened?
No.
So Rihanna was recently declined to go inside of a club because she didn't have her ID.
They didn't have proper
him
ID.
and-
Yeah.
her and ASAP Rocky.
And
And then
ASAP Rocky.
Both of them, they're like, you don't know who we are? Like, what the heck? He's like, I don't know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
I just need,
you
I
have no
need to see your
ID.
ID.
I can't let you in.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like when I saw the security guard, he looked European and stuff. I was like, you clearly know this. Like you're famous, but like not everybody's gonna know you.
yeah.
Like there's just certain
There's certain parts of the world that,
Nah, man. No album, no entry, man.
yeah, that's what they made the meme about it. But yeah, like I saw the guy looking European. I'm like, I don't think the guy just really knew him. Like it was genuine. Like maybe the owner will be pissed about it, but
Ooh,
Yeah.
bro, the amount of money he done lost by not letting them in.
nah. But I think they ended up making it in.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they ended up, bro. They make some calls and they
Let
make
us
it in.
know. Did they go in or not? I don't think so, man.
I don't know if that would happen to y'all, but like
Oh,
Snapchat
yeah.
with those
Social
headlines,
media, bro, they just like,
like they just
Guess
you
what
just click on
happened?
it, and then guess what happens? Like you randomly just click it. Like
Oh, Apple's gonna be releasing an update soon where we can just scan our ID in our phone and it'll be in there and it'll be legal. You'll be able to take flights with your.
just right there.
It's like it's gonna add it to your
That's
Apple
convenient.
Wallet.
that's
if you
convenient
ever-
as fuck. Cause
If you ever lose your ID, or
I
leave at
lose
home,
my ID all the time,
I
bro.
forget my wallet all the time.
you literally
Yeah.
will be able to fly with it
Yeah,
just because of
wild.
Apple Wallet. It's pretty wild.
that's pretty badass. So, where do you see yourself 20 years from now? Like,
20 years from
You're
Yeah.
a YouTuber, man.
now. I think I'll still be doing YouTube. Sure. I feel like I just don't like to visualize that far
oh,
because
really?
because if you think about somebody 20 years ago,
Yeah.
they couldn't have seen like YouTube and stuff.
What?
like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like this
what's
like
going
this
on.
didn't even exist.
Yeah.
Even like what you guys have going on right here. Like you needed like a TV show.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
needed like a time slot. So I don't want to place any limitations on myself. I know one thing that I will be is a published author. That's something that I'm
Nice.
working on right now. But outside of that, like as far as media goes,
So
No
do you have a plan to become a writer?
You're working on that, you said?
yeah,
But
definitely.
you don't go to school. No offense.
I mean, it's just
You don't need to
it's a
be in
talent
school.
that I just have.
So
One of my favorite books, and I'm reading it right now, is The Fifth Vital with like Mike Malek, where he's like a YouTuber too. I don't know if you know him, but
From the
he's
Paul-
like he's Logan Paul's best friend.
Co-host, right?
But he talks about like all the struggles he went through because he was an addict. I
Mhm.
think he was he's addicted. He was addicted to meth and all types of drugs, and he never went to school or anything. He just pretty much talks about like all the life struggles he went to. And I think selling a book, it's not about how good you write it. It's like when you bring it from heart, like you're gonna
if
gonna
people
get
relate to
read.
it
Yeah,
and people
relate to it.
like gravitate to it naturally, you could easily be a New York Times bestseller.
Because
Yeah.
I would much rather read a book where it comes from the heart and you really know like the person went through the struggle than like have a book that was like written proper as fuck and like it's so generic that you don't really want to read it at
Yeah.
all.
damn, I feel like all versions read books. Nah, I'm playing, bro. Nah, for real. Like,
Yeah, I know.
no,
Okay.
sugar, not a version. Anyways, point is that like, so I really want to ask you this. Then, do you really think that you're gonna make it without going to school like that?
100%.
100%.
I think writing is just so like inherent in me.
Mhm.
Like, I've been able to build a platform speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not
Yep.
even my biggest gift.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
if I can do that talking, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a talented speaker like that, but I'm a talented writer, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And I'm very confident not only in my conventions, like as far as actual grammar, but the substance. I have the substance behind me now.
I have a firm belief that you will be able to write a book that's successful, publish it. Do you see yourself going back to school because you're so good at it? No. I
What
fe-
type of book are you working on?
Right now, I'm working on a book about manifestation.
Manifestation.
That's a
I
good
will be
topic.
the one to read it first.
Yeah, that's a good topic to talk about. It's a good topic. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Can I talk to you about something then? So
Yeah.
whenever I try to manifest something, I don't really say that it will happen. I just have I have an end goal, and then I just follow through with signs. If I see this, that's a sign that I'm going the right path. It's just crazy. There's times where like I'm just talking to for example, let's say my girlfriend's next to me, and I'm talking about someone, and we're just like manifesting plans and things like that, and then next thing you know, right in front of us, it's what we were talking about. Like, let's say, okay, I really want a Mexican drink that's like, what, really Mexican and like las
You
aguas.
manifested a drink,
Bro, just for example.
that's just your,
For
what's it
example.
And the
called?
waiter comes
The
through.
phone
For-
thing.
for
What's it
example,
called? The
for
algorithm
example.
that gets your name.
For example. But then that's a small little sign to the end game of the whole day. Because to me, I just fight every single day. I just want to put it that way. Like, I know that I need this and this and this and this to get done. So I need to like find my way to that point.
What do you think are some of the misconceptions that people get with the concept of manifestation?
I think, okay, so everyone has a different belief system.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's people who are atheists, there's people who are Christians, different religions. I think manifestation is something that comes from within you. It doesn't have to just come from outside of yourself.
Mhm.
Because even from like a scientific perspective, you could think of it as you programming your subconscious mind to identify opportunities. So, say for example, that drink you're talking about,
Mhm.
the drink might have always been there. It's just you didn't notice it before. You didn't
Mhm.
notice the opportunity until you programmed your mind to see it. Kind of like if you really focus on a specific car that you want, you're gonna see it a lot more often on the
Yeah.
streets. That doesn't mean that more people are driving it. It's just you're more
Your focus is
yeah,
just there.
your focus is there.
That's a
And
really good
it
point.
works the same way with opportunities as well in life.
Mhm.
If you want to get somewhere in life, you have to really place your focus on that thing and set your intention for success or money or love, whatever that thing is. Or, you could think of it as if you're a Christian, for example, think of it as God.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is faith, I believe. And whether you have faith in something outside of you or faith in yourself, faith in anything,
You're
you have
able
to
to
have
get it.
faith that it will happen because faith is, the belief in something that you cannot see right in front of you. And once you develop that, anything is possible.
So like, what do you think is really gonna change? What do you think is really gonna change the conversation into you're just bullshitting things. That didn't really happen. Whenever deep down yourself, you're staying true to who you are. What do you think is really gonna change that conversation between real and not?
Well, I think, I look at advertisers, for example,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why do you think people put things on billboards?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to stop their car to read a billboard.
Right.
Like, you're not going to stop and read all the text on it, but you
Mhm.
see it out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
And as you see, the logos and the names, things like that,
Yeah.
you're going to, it's going to change the way that you think. That's why
Mhm.
subliminal advertising is a thing.
That is so true.
You know,
It's all about programming
When
your
you're
mind.
saying that, it kind of reminds me. I was watching this YouTube video earlier that it's like about magic, about like when they make you pick something that you think you're not gonna pick, but then the magician figures out what you're thinking. It's like they put those self-conscious, and they already chose to pick you, and they already put those subliminal messages. Where when you pick it, you think you're having your own choice, but it's like the subliminal
You
messages.
think you
or
have
the
free will, but it's
free
really
will, but
not.
it's never not. It's
Yeah.
the messages they already put in your head. That's
Damn.
literally what I was watching a video about.
That's crazy that you mentioned that because motherfucking Mountain Dew done got me, bro, this week. Dead ass, I was like,
Bro,
I
you know who
watched,
Mandu got me? Because of Skip and Shannon.
bro. I was like, I dead ass watched this ad came out on YouTube, and then these motherfuckers are eating wings. They're like, it's fire on them and this and that. Like, damn, these wings are so fucking spicy. They're like, here, bro, cool it down with the Mountain Dew. And I like, skip the ad, like, didn't even think about it. Billboard, Mountain Dew, Skip and Shannon. boom, this Mountain Dew so good, bro. Tell me why on the when was it, like 2 days ago? I go to the little vending machine we have. Like, you know what? Let me get a Mountain Dew, bro. I've never really been a Mountain Dew fan. Let me get a Mountain Dew. And I'm like, bro, the fucking ads, they just get you. Like, you don't even pay attention to it.
Exactly.
But
But
it's
it's all subconscious. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like you don't necessarily see it like that, but it's being stored away in your memory.
Yeah, I've been told so many times they see me and they try to like really try to analyze me, then end up to the conclusion where like they even said themselves, you move differently. And whenever you're starting to manifest exactly what needs to be done and what you want out of life, you move differently.
But I feel like there's also something that a lot of people don't understand with manifestation is also the act and action with it. Because a lot of people, they think like, okay, just think about it. But if you're not doing the actions to get to that point as
Never
well,
gonna get no.
it's not going to get there.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So that's great because like we tell our children go to school, they go to school, they don't end up getting the job that they went to school for.
Mm.
So like that's the old thought of manifestation.
Mhm.
So that's where you're really gonna make it because you see yourself as, you know what, I'm making it without even having to go to school. And you know why I'm making it is because I'm manifesting everything I'm telling you has happened and will happen. So that's gonna be a great book, man. Hopefully this comes out soon.
I think now that like well you're already up in subscribers on YouTube and stuff, and you eventually keep growing. Obviously, I feel like with YouTube and you dropping a book, it's like so much free, pretty much promotion for you. Like
Yeah.
Hell
and,
yeah.
like if at least 20% of your subscribers buy the book, it's already like a good
Bro, 20%
a top selling. It's already a top selling book in on Amazon.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
like
It's the
that's so
same thing
great.
with Jake Paul.
Yeah. Once you have that cult following, the people that really fuck with you like that, you literally could drop,
And I feel
pretty
like
much
authors
whatever you
back
want.
they didn't have that like either pretty much a magazine
Publisher had to really push
had to really push them in order for it to sell. Nowadays is you just had to have a following already with your social media, anything, and then you just automatically sell.
And brands are starting to recognize that. That's why I feel like, what is it? Was it Thriller, whatever that sponsor the fight and stuff? Like they see that now it's not really about building somebody up. It's like, okay, so they generally were able to build up a crowd. They have a following. Let's just partner up with them.
Yeah.
Let's just partner up with them instead of having to build a musician or a actor or whatever, a writer or whatever the person might be, because now naturally they already have that following.
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The internet's changing the game.
It is.
You are literally gonna become a writer, a best-selling book without even having to go to school. That's amazing,
It's
and it's
crazy.
actually possible.
But
Like-
I mean, I think, it all goes back to just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Like how you said, you set the end goal, but then
Yeah.
you just kind of like live in the moment and let things unfold as they will.
Yeah, life is short, guys. So like
Yeah.
you really gotta focus more on like it will happen. So like let me move on and like let it happen and do the work, and it will happen.
Yeah.
Because we finna all die one day.
Yeah.
Bro, for real.
Hopefully not soon, but
I mean, the odds of that are unlikely, but you never know. You can be sleeping in Miami, and then next thing you know, like you're in the 10th floor.
That's
and you're-
crazy,
Damn.
bro. Like it was a new building too. Did you?
Nah,
you
bro,
seen
that's
that?
not the new building. It
like,
was born in
saw-
1980.
Nah, did you read it?
Yes, the building was born in 1980. Yes,
Was
1990
born?
Not,
Was
no,
built.
it wasn't
I
built.
was like, wait, hold on, born. You're
Hey,
tripping me
it
out.
was a
right
little
now.
condo and it slowly.
I was like, wait, what do you mean by born?
Built in 1982.
He
Wait,
said
that's still not old though.
Wait, what year?
1982.
That's kind of old, no?
Yeah, man, that's 30 years old, bro.
Did you see about that?
I saw like the headline.
Yeah, the
I
headline.
don't really.
But I
know
didn't really
exactly
see
what
it
happened.
until I saw the
Yeah.
videos and stuff. Like you still hear people screaming and stuff when it was falling. I was like,
So what
damn,
happened?
that's wild. It was just in the middle of the night. Like what was it? Like 1 or 2 a.m. Like
Yeah.
the building just collapsed. Like the whole middle of the building just collapsed. Like that's it.
Fuck. Miami?
Miami.
Miami.
150 people are still unaccounted for. They accounted 100 people, and then so far 4 people have died. And they pulled out a kid out of nowhere in the rubble. They pulled out a kid
Alive?
like live, barely a scratch, but his mama missing. So
Wow.
And that's wild. It's crazy because I had friends that were in Miami this past weekend, and they were in the building, the hotel beside it.
What
Wow.
the
And they're
fuck? So
like-
what was it? A hotel?
it was
Apartment
a
complex or-
Apartment
Apartment
complex.
Damn, bro.
Well, it wasn't a hotel. They were in an Airbnb.
Oh,
So
it
it's
was an
pretty wild,
Airbnb.
man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you guys treat life? I mean, let's say
life is
you're
short.
you're out here manifesting things the way you want things to be done, but you know you
Live
can't
in the moment.
manifest death. You know, you're just accepting it now, or what?
I think, I try to keep things in perspective and focus on the big picture
Mm-hmm.
by leaving something that will live beyond me.
I agree.
And my YouTube channel is obviously a part of that, but
Yeah.
the books, any other endeavors that I involve myself in, it's all with the intention of creating something that will outlive me. And
Yeah.
to me, that's
That's
what it's all
dope.
about, so that you can help other people even after you're gone.
I feel like the moment you start to realize that you're helping yourself out by helping others, no offense, but there's always people that say put yourself first. But I'm not like that. I've told these my friends, hey, use me. I'm a great tool. I always try to put other people in front of me before me because I know that if I do what needs to be done with other people and I already am betting on myself that, I'm doing the right thing, it's gonna work out.
I think it's a mix because if you don't have anything to give,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have anything to take from you. So it's
Yeah.
like you have to make sure that you're good and that you have something to give to people, and then from there, it creates a positive feedback loop.
Mm-hmm.
that everyone can
It
benefit
creates
from.
an amazing interaction,
Yeah,
not just for one person, for both. Yeah, man, you're gonna make it.
thank you.
You're already making it, bro. I'm talking about your book, bro.
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man. All right, guys, do you want to ask him any questions before?
Nah, I think we hit topics, man.
Anything
every-
else you want to say, promote, anything like that?
Not in particular.
Hey, man. Send us that book whenever you got it, bro.
Got you,
For
man.
sure.
Got you guys.
We-
Please
we-
sign
I
it,
mean,
bro. I would love for
You're
it to be
welcome to come
signed.
back
Got you.
anytime,
Yeah.
man.
For
For
sure.
sure.
Appreciate
Actually,
that.
when you
Hell
hopefully
yeah, we
when you
gotta
drop
bring
your
'em.
book, we gotta bring it back,
Definitely.
talk about your book and everything.
Yeah.
So that way we may promote it as well, but you can talk about it.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, guys, make sure
Please
you like,
like-
comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified whenever we have new content. And we out.
Check him out.
Peace.
Peace.